Hey guys, Claylex here. Welcome back to our supposed returnee. Last time we went off, we sound like differences between like these guys. Like it should be okay now.
I'm here.
You'll probably just like, go in the inn, take a nap. I think that was what I was gonna do. There's not much else I could do. Please head off this hour of the day.
I'm here.
Good day, stranger.
I'm afraid can't much of the way a good meal today. Cold porridge. Oh yeah, make it clear. It's like, if I ever did this, like, I'm not going to use the recruit adventurers. Don't get me wrong, that's cool, but I'm not gonna do that, unfortunately.
Greetings.
But the Black Hound. Oyster porridge. These are my choice, I assure you. Try fine for you. There's camping supplies. Let's see, how much gold, gold, I guess? Like, gold? Four would be good. You don't have enough money. Oh. It's 75 per... Oh, let's see. It's 2? There we go. Inside characters restaurant, camping supplies, cheap rooms as usual, but if you have copper to spend, the bonus will last a long time and affect the entire party. Ugh. Uncommon room, 2 rest perception mechanics, resolve. Good shit. I always love this part of the... I always loved, like, this little part of the game just resting. He called for an animancer.
Hello.
Yeah, no, it would be nice to, like... Yeah, oh, there is a day-night cycle. That's nice, yeah. I mean that genuinely, I'm not mean it sarcastically. Oh, there he is. Let's see if I can... Oh, okay. The squad, let's see, an elderly dwarf woman, crooked bow that sags the tug of her nose. Ugh.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no? No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy, even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I, wherever here may be. Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
Let's see. Oh, let's see. You said souls work apart of time?
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again, but less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think. Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Yeah, I was like, who are you? Oh, give me a second.
And here
Sorry,
I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
What happened to you? Your teeth down with each spasm.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found? Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord, she is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up. A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations, miracle workers. My parents were soul twins, miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other, turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid.
Oh yeah, so the good news is, it just reminds me, I was watching Apos Vox's latest video, right? And I was like scared shitless because I thought like, oh, my wavelength, like, oh, I lost my audio stuff. But apparently I just had to scan for plugins, and thank God I had them, so, whew.
It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
Oh yeah, another thing too is that, like, again, I put on Twitter, but I did change my streaming goal to, like, help my bro get a new gaming PC. I also got him some other stuff for Christmas.
Of course, dear.
Let's see. I'm fine with other, like, racing cultures. It's just both cool and funny to see, like, an Italian dwarf. Let's see. Yeah.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there.
It reminds me, real quick, this reminds me of another game that kind of had the same concept, and it was both like an isometric RPG, but to be honest, I feel like Pillars did the story writing better, because, like, I tried to get into it in the beginning, and I just couldn't. Like, maybe I'll put, like, trying to think, maybe I'll put it, like, somewhere, it's like, oh, this is the game I was talking about. I still have it on Steam, I think, I just can't remember the name of it.
You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
Yeah, so if I remember right in Pillars, a watcher is someone, a watcher is someone who will, takes... Man, it's been a while. A watcher is someone that, like, it's almost like with Doctor Strange when you go, like, astral projection and you could possibly see other people's ghosts, souls, that kind of thing. It's like, even when your soul's back into your body, all that, you can still see the souls and talk to them.
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair, and here we are visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on, some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them. Know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
So it's almost like a power where it's like, oh, so I guess, like, assuming reincarnation exists in this universe and Pillars of Eternity universe, and again, watchers can actually see and recollect this if they, they might not know it, but like, hey, you were incarnated, maybe you were a dog or a houseplant or something like that.
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties. You should see old Meerwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company. Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
right just now. I'm a watcher. That's interesting. That explains how you survived to be a walk. You know anything about watchers? About the rare they seem have unique insights to certain soul conditions. Just demonstrated.
17 and a half.
Broad man. So I'm like, yeah, broad, muscular man with strong colored hair. Let's see. Oh, okay, I got time.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
He's like, I'm sorry.
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you ought to.
Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna do that. I was like, I mean, I am gonna count it, but I was like, oh.
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Eder. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
Is it for the dwarf woman?
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a radrick at first.
Control half as much.
Careful, friend. Best not use that word round here. There'd be any number of radrick bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers.
Oh.
Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, radrick especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be.
Let's see, so...
Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
So what's that supposed to mean? I would say, you can't think of a word.
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fella who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
The war? Yeah, the war. Saints War. Says the only incarnation of Apios Opos Recris. March on Dryer once again with dire warning them hello.
We blew him up.
Who's Ephos? Redemption. They call him something else. Why is your headman hanged? Got involved? They have on good authority someone in town's work with colds. And Redrick's overthrow. Coming forward so soon, that's why it says it's him. That's his word. Might happen sooner or later, not for Plankins. What's that have against you?
Pick the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Vineus worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Radrick's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
You can see why I was eager to leave. Yeah, believe me. The hangs probably will be till they catch them. What are you still doing here? Drinking mostly. Where I'm going yet. We could travel together. Someplace called Cotton Wild. There's no watcher there.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say Watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
Wish I ever heard one.
All right, then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, so like I said, Eder is really good because he's basically like the tank. Probably he's probably one of the best tanks you could get in the,
I have received confirmation that Lord Radric's heir was not born well. My lord has issued an injunction on all new homesteads until he can be assured that the village has been cleansed of all Eothasians and whatever other undesirables that have brought this curse upon his lands. It would be best if you left town as soon as possible. I would suggest returning to your old home. There will be no place for you here. You may stay at the inn until you can make the necessary arrangements, but I would not advise remaining long. I expect Lord Radric will be most thorough in his efforts to purify this place.
or defend these senses other times. Let's see. The pure decided waiting as a lord of the god he force. This was it seemed to propose to liberate the dire wood. Many women have difficulty bearing healthy children of late. No mothers are to be allowed in Gilded Vale. Abandoned because some nice lords had pulled it down because he was scared of. Okay, let's see, let's agree to, you see, there's a question about Watcher might be. Usually a small but steady amount of visitors. Disappearance on a routine trip north for supplies. Yeah, he says north, so I'll probably go back to the Vale Wood. Yeah, again, I think, like, basically, let me check the group real quick. Oh, okay. Let's see, so... Guess I'll hit this guy, then him I'll do... Oh, he's a wizard.
I'm here. Breathe.
Let's see, okay, attack this guy. Attack this guy. Let's see.
I'm here. Lava.
Let's see. Yeah, attack. Just to make sure, yeah, attack.
Hey.
Oh, whoops. Okay, so have him attack him.
How may I help?
Attack him. Attack him. Oh, I'm stupid. There we go. Let's see, so he's got a hunting bow, dagger, valiant clothing, cape, hood.
At once.
Detention depot for a pair of stained cots stink of unwashed bodies. There was like... Yeah, there was supposed to be somebody there.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Okay. Probably go back to the inn real quick so I can check. AI access to their character sheets. Yeah, this will last a little longer, but like, yeah, I'll probably try to do this quest, and then after that, I'm gonna stop for today. Yeah, I kept thinking if he was like, oh, was he a rogue or a wizard?
Hello.
Huh. Could have sworn. Alright. Let's see. Well, that'll be it today for this session. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back later next week or so to do another episode of this. So once again, thanks everybody for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys later.